You're broken, feel your finish. Them kids is screaming Wendy's. $4 rolls of pennies. Fuck them snitching codependents. Your po was still relentless. Gotta get back in this. Sell duct tape to incense. Nigga hustle till you're winless. I got soft, taking bids. I'm in your street or club. Lights off, nigga rig. Damn, they took my meter club. Same word about Cadillac spokes. My Cadillac smoke and my Cadillac broke. Ain't got no dough to get the lactose to the Cadillac boat. This Edo, he can't let go. No, the pride inside my soul show. I hang out like those hoes. Low, go. Too broke to pay attention. No bills with 8 extensions. No kids, ain't nothing in the kitchen. No grits, no fish, no chicken. Lights got cut off. The bills ain't caught up. New charge brought up. The kids need water. For one day, this shit gon' pay it all up. For one day, this shit gon' pay it all up. The lights got cut off. The bills ain't caught up. New charge brought up. The kids need water. For one day, this shit gon' pay it all up. One day, this shit gon' pay it all up. Trying to find a better way, but it's hard. See, I can shake these tribulations while I'm blazing cigar. But a bit of me and plus my seed, I pray my name again, Lord. Soon as I'm off them papers, haters up and gave me a charge. When I aim is far, you ain't dealing with no amateurs. If it's for my seed, that's will I kill him, then the answer is gotta pay my bill, make sure that Keyshawn living fabulous. Trying to stop my currency, I feel him full of fragments. God, I wanna start back to flipping, it's wrong, but I really can't think straight, giving it the gas in my utility. It's all save up my tea, couple more LBs, and now I'm moving a few. Know I gotta take care of my son, so I'm gonna let it do what it do. Hey. Lights got cut off, the bills ain't caught up.
Yeah, what's happening with it? What it do? Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. Yeah, we definitely gonna cook today. So make sure that when y'all come in the building, make sure that y'all get the likes up. Make sure that y'all get the likes up, hit the like button, because it's finna go down. Jake Grant Jr. in the building. What's happening with it? James in the building. Johnny Q in the building. Who else we got in here? My man Kwame East, Lord to the game, boxing talk. Mike Rhyme in the building. Boxing, a.k.a. Big Texas. TWT in the building, the winning team. My man Jay Chestnut off in the building. Big Worm in the building. James Blackwell, what's happening with it? John Kramer off in the building. He said, I'm sick of these old lying ass niggas. Man, like I said, let's get into it. A lot to talk about. What I'm going to do is I'm just going, in this live stream, we're going to break it down. We're going to go through what Terence Crawford had to say. I'm going to play it, you know what I'm saying? And then we're going to break it down. We're going to break down what he had to say. We're going to break it down. And I'm going to we're going to do the screen share. Hold on. Nah, you know what? I'm gonna just play the audio on my phone and we're gonna go through it. Tay what's happening when the King KO in the building boxing? What it do? Robert Pitts. Yeah. So, like I said, we got a lot to talk about with this shit that went down last night. Bud Crawford came and he gives what he says is his side of the story, the whole truth. That's what he telling y'all. He said that, hey, he ain't lie about shit. And then he woke up early this morning, hella early, talking about where you at, Errol Spence. Why? The reason Errol Spence ain't came out and said nothing, because he know everything that I told was the truth. I'm like, man, this nigga is early in the morning. This nigga ain't waking up thinking about you. Waking up trying to do a live to try to backdoor you. Man, if you don't sit the hell down somewhere, but like I said, we're going to talk about everything. We're going to talk about everything that went down. So make sure that y'all hit the like button as you come in the building. For sure. Make sure that y'all smash on the like button as you come in the building. And we're going to go through it. I ain't going to waste no time. We're going to go through it and then we're going to get up out of here. Try to wait for a few more people to get in the building so we can go ahead and break this down. And like I said, smash on the like button. Smash on the like button. Cassandra Mason, the queen in the building, gladiator for freedom. He said, everybody that gotta say they ain't lying, they lying. Gertz, what's happening with it? Mac World Media, what it do? Jay Jackson, what's happening with it? So let's go ahead and get into it. Let me go ahead and put this screen share up. Let me see. 1 second. Hold on. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Like I said, y'all hit the like button. I'm not finna waste no time, and let's play this and let's break it down. Let's break it down. Let's see what old Bud was talking about last night. Make sure the volume is up all the way.
About to get into it. Yeah. All right, so listen, y'all.
Why are you laughing, bro?
I'm about to give it to y'all raw and uncut. You know, I started talking to Team Spence, I would say, and Al Haymon and them about May, you know, right after his fight, you know.
You knew he was nervous and he get ready to, leave shit out and flip some shit around because he started laughing like right off the rip.
Just going back and forth, you know, they sending me a proposal with the interest of a Spence and Crawford fight. We didn't get a contract until August, and you know, it was just kind of like a regular contract. You know, it wasn't nothing. It was initial proposal. It wasn't even a contract. It was a proposal, and Spence, Crawford, the intentions of us fighting. okay, so we going on the basically the negotiations of what a contract would look like before we actually got the actual contract. Al goes in to saying a guy that I don't know, never represented me, not affiliated with Team Crawford, have no whatsoever place in Team Crawford's, stable, representing me in a contract which I have no nothing upon that I agreed to. So basically,
So right there, right? Let's stop it right there, right? Let's stop it right there. Let's stop it right there. Because see, a lot of y'all don't understand what he just said. He already started off lying from the jump, right? Because now it's Bob Aaron words against your words. What he was talking about is Al Haymon got to questioning him about Daniel Kenningham. Somebody that when Bob Arum sat down, he did an interview, and he says, look, one of the Terence Crawford came to me, and he told me that Daniel Kenningham is his new representative, that he'll be working with Daniel Kenningham. That was who was managing him. This is who we were going to have to work with, Daniel Kenningham. He says, Terence Crawford came to me and told me this before the Sean Porter fight, right? Now, we also saw Terence Crawford taking trips over there. And everybody in all the news was up saying that he was working with Daniel Kenningham. So, of course, Al Haymon is going to ask you about that. Because Al Haymon, being the businessman that he is, he knows that he can't put a big mega fight on if you have involvement with Daniel Kenningham. Because it's going to make everything fall through. He's going to lose millions and millions of dollars. So, Bud is already lying. He's saying that Al Haymon is asking me about some man that I have no business dealings with that I never heard of before. You a lie. Why would Bob Arum come out and say that you came to him and said, this is who I'm working with? This is who I'm going to be working with. Like, this is crazy. So this man already started off lying. And like I said, why did he start off the video laughing in the first place? Because he knew he was finna tell a lie. And we haven't even got down to anything between really the negotiations and him and Errol Spence. And he already out the door, off the rip, he lying, talking about basically saying, but not using his name, saying that he had no idea who Daniel Kenningham is, and he's never had no business dealing with Daniel Kenningham, but Al Haymon wanted to ask him and no. Now I understand you're supposed to lie about it, because when the feds come to you and ask you, you got to lie about it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, as far as him having any dealings with Daniel Kenningham, I'm not saying that Bud knew what Daniel Kenningham was involved with. But Bob Arum ain't gonna make up no shit like that on you just for no reason. So let's go ahead and continue to play it. Let's
that was a standpoint of,
let's run it back a little bit. Hold on.
presenting me in a affiliated with Team Crawford, have no whatsoever place in Team Crawford's, stable, representing me in a contract which I have no nothing upon that I agreed to. So basically, that was a standpoint of what the contract would look like. So basically, I'm talking to Al, and I'm like, Al, come on, man, I don't even know this guy. How can you do that? And he's like, well, the guy stated he's a part of your team, and
Now, I'm lost right now because see, he skipped over a whole lot of shit. He says that Al questioned him about somebody that Al thought that he had business dealings with, that he has no business, that he had no business dealings with, that's not a part of his team in no other way, right? Then he skips over and says, so basically that was like, what a part of the contract was going to look like. But that you're not making no sense. What do you mean? You didn't. You skipped over a whole lot of shit. So what happened after Al Haymon started questioning you about Daniel Kinahan? What did you say? You obviously denied it. Now, you said basically, so that was like what the contract was going to look like. That's not making no sense. Who in here does this make sense to? He's skipping. You cannot tell a story and then leave a bunch of shit out and then try to make it make sense, because now you're not making sense. We got a big ass fucking empty hole, an empty cave with nothing. Bro, he's not making no sense. So let's go ahead and continue to play it to try to see if we can make sense out of this. Because all he said is Al was questioning him about it, and then that was like, oh yeah, part of what the contract was going to be. And I'm like, Al, well, how can you, like, what? What do you mean what that was a part of what the contract? I don't understand what he's saying.
Whatnot, and do that. And he's like, well, the guy stated he's a part of your team and whatnot. And, we going back and forth. I was a good dude, man. I was a, charming guy. He's a cool dude, I kind of like talking to him, but at the same time, Spence is our guy. I'm not. So of course he's gonna do what's best for, his fighter, his guy. That's like, any other manager / advisor would do. He would do the best for his fighter. So, me and Al, we talks on the phone, I get advice from other guys in PBC. They tell me, be careful, make sure the deal is right. They tell me, make sure you don't get fucked. Just normal things from guys that's in they stable that I'm friends with. I honestly can say I'm friends with. So, we going on and on, and of course me and Al, we going back and forth about, the numbers. We're not going back and forth about anything else. We just going back and forth about the numbers. All in all, I have two companies, that reach out to me that, wanted to give me and Spence $25 million guaranteed. $25 million guaranteed up front. So a real guy like myself, I call Spence. Hey, bro, look, listen, you know what I mean? I got this company that's willing to give us $25 million a piece, guaranteed. What's up? What you gonna do? He like, 25 million. What about the back end? I'm like, dude, listen. If they make their money back, then we get 80-20.
Let's stop it right there. Right? So he says that he has two companies. This is what I got a problem with, right? He says that he have two different companies that's telling him that they're willing to give him and Errol Spence $25 million apiece, $50 million. They're willing to give Terence Crawford $50 million, right? To split it for him and Errol Spence. Now, one thing is, how is it? Is it just a coincidence that you all of a sudden now have two different companies willing to give you or offering you the same amount of money? So where did this $25 million come from? Just all of a sudden, both of these companies say, you know what, 25 million, that sounds about right. We'll give you 25 million to fight. Both of y'all, $50 million. Now, if y'all want to go back to earlier this summer, right, when these rumors start surfacing, probably like late June, right, when the rumor came out, and one of the rumors surrounding this fight was that Terence Crawford was going to PBC and he was demanding to get paid $25 million up front. Remember, that was a rumor at one point in time. And then, you know, people said, oh, nah, that couldn't be. That ain't true. That ain't true. Now it all makes sense, because what happened is he went to Al Haymon and he says, Al, I'm demanding $25 million up front. I got other people that's willing to pay me $25 million. That's what I want. When he says that we're going back and forth with the numbers, that's why they were going back and forth with the numbers, because this man was demanding Al Haymon in the PBC to give him $25 million up front, because he's telling them that I got other companies that's willing to pay me $25 million up front. So Al shoots him down like, we ain't paying you $25 million up front. We're not giving you that. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is how the business is. This is how we do business over here. Matter of fact, you can't show us anything where you ever even generated nowhere close to $25 million. So Al shoots him down. What happens after that? He hits Errol Spence up. That's when he called Errol Spence. And now I'm going to play the rest of the video, because, see, he's leaving a lot of shit out.
I mean, it's simple math.
Hold on. Oh, yeah. Before I play the rest, he says Errol Spence is like, okay, what about the back end? This nigga says, well, if we make our money back, I mean, we get this 80-20-80. 80-20. 80-20 who? Are you saying that if you make the company's money back, you and Errol Spence, on the back end, they get 80% and y'all get 20%? Or is it the other way around? Like, you're not making no sense. You're not making no sense. And then you're saying, if we make their money back. Come on, bro. Like, let's finish hearing what he got to say.
$1 million, what about the back end? I'm like, dude, listen. If they make their money back, then we get 80-20. You know what I mean? It's simple math. I said, man, we got people all still in the fight. They got the fire sticks. He laughed. He like, man, I got a fire stick too. I'm like, see? I'm like, man, ain't nobody really buying, you know what I mean, pay-per-views no more. I said, man, we get this upfront money and we good. It's a no-brainer. You know what I mean? But one thing about me and the difference between me and the difference between Spence is I'm really my own boss now, and he's not. He got to go through Al. He got to go through, you know what I mean, his team, and ask them if he can do certain things that I don't have to no more. Yeah, I might have had to when I was with Top Rank, because I was signed to Top Rank and they was my promotional company. So of course I had to go to Top Rank and ask them to get me this fight or do this for me or do that for me, because I was obligated to do certain things by their standard because I was signed to them. But now that I'm a free agent and I'm free to do whatever I want, I'm the one sitting at the table. I'm the one that's you know, talking directly to these high individuals. Errol Spence not talking to, you know what I mean, Terence Crawford about the fight. You know what I mean? Errol Spence wasn't at the table. Errol Spence can't tell you or show you a contract that, you know what I mean, says Terence Crawford, Errol Spence, you know, that he was there on the negotiations of. He can't do it. You know, so he had to go back and ask Al for permission, you know, if he can, you know, take this big chunk of lump sum.
Now, let's stop it right there for a minute, right? And y'all y'all smash the like button. Y'all smash on the like button. Money Brown, what it do? I see you in the building, my man. What's happening with it? Courtney Joe Buffer show in the building. What's happening with it, Courtney? Wow, 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 wow. KQKC in the building. What's happening with it, KQ? Catman 785, Sid H, Eugene, J Jackson, Dead Game Boxing, PLG Ski. Yeah. Buckle up, boxing. Hold on. And I see everybody in the building. Y'all make sure that y'all hit the like button. Get the likes up. Smash on the like button. I know it's a lot of y'all haters in the building. Oh, I know that. I know a lot of y'all haters in the background don't want to hit the like button. But for the rest of y'all, you know what I'm saying, that ain't got no click between your legs. Unless you're a woman. That's, you should have one. But other than that, for the rest of y'all, go ahead and smash the like button. So let's go ahead and stop it right here. He's saying that Errol Spence had to run back to Al and ask Al. Now, the last time I checked is Al Haymon was getting paid to be Errol Spence's advisor, right? Al Haymon is the man that's got Errol Spence all his big fights. Al Haymon is part of the reason why Errol Spence is as rich as he is right now, right? He's put on all the Errol Spence's pay-per-views and so on and so on. Been working with Errol Spence since the beginning of his career. He's been working with Al Haymon. Now, so basically what Terence Crawford is saying is that you're supposed to go behind Al Haymon's back, right? Put your trust in what you're telling him. Go run off with these other so-called businessmen that you got that's willing to put up the money and not tell Al Haymon anything. Not go get advice from Al Haymon when Al Haymon is the same man that you pay to get advice from, the same man that you pay to advise you. Al Haymon, the same man that's been putting on the biggest fights in boxing. Look it up. The biggest fights in boxing has gone through Al Haymon. But you want him to turn his back on Al Haymon, go do a fucking deal with you and these mystery people, put his trust in you, and not tell Al Haymon. You idiot, Greg Williams, you goddamn idiot. I came to that conclusion because he just said that. What the fuck you mean, how did I come to that conclusion? He just told you that. You niggas is retarded. He just said, but he has to go to Al Haymon because he ain't his own boss. So he had to go run back to Al Haymon. Did he not just tell you that? Hey, come on, man. Y'all got to use common sense. He just told you that, and you're going to sit here and ask me, how did I come up to this conclusion? Because I can listen and comprehend what the man is telling me out of his own mouth. So let's go ahead and continue on.
Of money to fight Terence Crawford, which he didn't call me back, so I proposed it to Al.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm like, Al, listen, man, I got this big hedge fund.
Now he's telling you, hold on.
They claim they know.
Now he's telling you that, Errol Spence had to go run to Al. Then after that, Errol Spence didn't call me back. So basically he's telling you, I knew that he already went to Al and told him what I said. So I decided to talk to Al myself and let Al know. Now let's listen to what he says that he told Al.
Which he didn't call me back, so I proposed it to Al. I hit up Al. I'm like, Al, listen, man, I got this big hedge fund company out here. They claim they know you. Not one, but two. Not one, but two. Two companies willing to put 20 plus million in both of our pocket, guaranteed. Al told me straight up, I'm not letting nobody touch this fight. Like, all right, cool. But I'm like, why? He like, why would you want to put a ceiling on yourself? Why you want to put a cap on yourself? I'm like, well, that's not putting a cap on myself. If this company is taking a risk, and risk, high risk, high reward. If that's the case, I can't seem to see a fight that's been doing millions.
So right there, right? This is how silly this shit sounds, right? This is how silly this shit sounds. He goes to Al Haymon and he's basically telling Al Haymon, right? I got these people that's willing to put this money in our pocket. So what I want you to do, Al Haymon, is I want you to let us have you. Now he's trying to play like he's the A side. He's trying to play like that. He's the A side, and he telling Al Haymon and Errol Spence what to do. So now you're going to Al Haymon and basically saying, look, I got these people that's willing to put up this amount of money. So we basically don't need your involvement. Let us have Errol Spence. Let us go put this fight on with these people that got all this money. And Al Haymon is telling this nigga, nah. Like, we're running shit. You don't come over here and tell us what we're going to do. We're running shit. We're the ones that's putting the fight on. I'm not letting nobody else have this fight. That's what Al Haymon should. How you going to come, right? You're going to come crawling to us. You ain't got nobody representing you at first. But now all of a sudden, you the one that's making the offers and the demands. So if that's the case, why don't you have these hedge funds put up your guarantee? And then Al Haymon and PBC will worry about the guarantee that Errol Spence is going to get or whatever money that Errol Spence is going to get. Like, this shit is crazy, bro. You going to this man expecting him to say, you know what? It's cool. You saying that these people got $50 million for my fighter, Errol Spence, and you? Okay, cool. I'll let him go. I'll let y'all go ahead and, have this fight. I'm cool. I'll step aside. Bro, nobody's doing that. Well, who does business like that? And you expect it for you to be able to go to Al Haymon and tell him some shit like that, and he was going to be cool with the shit? And say, oh, okay, yeah. Like, this dude don't, like, I don't know. I don't want to say that he don't got no fucking sense, but I don't know what else to say about it. Let's listen to what else he said.
Since Floyd and them, I'm like, well, that's not putting a cap on myself. If this company is taking a risk, and risk, high risk, high reward. If that's the case, I can't seem to see a fight that's been doing millions, since Floyd and them. So, that was an altercation, I asked Al, I said, since this fight is dragging on with me and Spence and we can't get things together, why don't I come out and meet you with my lawyer and we just wrap it up? Just me and you and my lawyer. Al said, his mother was, not doing too well, and I honor that and I respect that. Family first. I'm a family oriented type of guy, so I know what it is, to put your family first. So I'm cool with that. But then again, as negotiations still drag on, and I had stated that I wanted to fight in this year, um, I asked Al again because we seemed like we wasn't getting nowhere. So I asked Al. I said, Al, listen, why don't you get Spence and you, since you his representative, and I'll get myself and my lawyer, and we just make this fight. Anything we gotta do, we can do it right there and sign, seal, deliver. And Al told me straight up, that ain't never happened in the history of ever, where two fighters sit down at the table and they come to an agreement and they get a fight made like that. Not even Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. So I'm like, okay, well, it's the first time for everything. I never heard of a fighter ever taking zero guarantee in a fight. I never heard of a fighter of a 4 rounder taking 0% of a guarantee. That is something that's new to me, but that's something that I was willing to do to make this fight happen. You know, a lot of people, you know, they say, "Oh, well, Terrence, you ducked," or "Terrence, you did this, and you didn't want to fight Spence." I'm the only one that was taking all the risks. You know, I told him, "All right, cool. I take no guarantee. I take, you know, what I mean, the less end of the money. You know, whatever it is you want, I take it because that's how much confidence I got that I'm gonna beat that man. That's how much confidence I got. I'm gonna beat that man. So, you know, even though I know I was getting fucked in the long run, I just, you know, wanted a little transparency. I said, okay, if I'm gonna bet on myself and I'm gonna go against all the odds, then I wanna, you know what I mean, a little transparency. Of course, you know, I want to be able to write off on, you know, things that's gonna affect my check. Of course, I want to see if the numbers add up to what they telling me. You're not gonna go in. It's just simple to me to think that a person will go in a business with a person 50-50, and this person would tell them, well, you got to give me 50% down and I give you 50%. And then you say, oh, well, I'm not going to tell you how much we really made, but I'm going to just give you this. You just got to trust me.
See, first he said that he got the contract and everything, and then he had agreed to everything. Well, if you agreed to everything, how are you going back asking for, I need to see this and I need to see that and I need to see this, right? You said that you agreed to everything. Now he's saying if a person go into business and it's 50-50, this and that. See, this is the problem. The problem is Terence Crawford and his ego, right? He told y'all from the beginning the fight would never happen unless it's 50-50, right? Unless they got the same amount. First of all, this man is jealous. He have a whole lot of jealousy in him. He don't want to see Errol Spence make more money than him at all. At all. That's why he's going searching around, talking about, oh, I got a company that's going to pay us the same. His thing is one of his main things is he don't want to see Errol Spence get more money than him. He's told us this for years. The fight had never happened. It's 50-50 or nothing. It's 50-50 or nothing. Now that he claims that now he got somebody willing to pay him 50-50, nigga, you not on the same level as him. You didn't do what he did. You didn't put in the work that he did at 147. Ain't shit no 50-50. You so worried about what he getting and I want to see this and I want to see this. Worry about what you getting. Ain't nothing 50-50. Straight up and down. So if we go into business and it's 50-50, no, it ain't 50-50. Bud ain't nobody boss, dead game. How the fuck this nigga all of a sudden a boss? Who he a boss of? And we're going to get into that 10 million story too. But let's go ahead and continue to play this.
Come on now. It don't make no sense. I never was offered a guarantee, not once. I never, you know what I mean, was given anything. But here, you want this fight? We gonna fuck you, and then you know what I mean, you got what you want. But you know, that's how much confidence and faith I have in myself. You know, I took it all. I took it all. I took the risk.
Wait,
You know,
man, hold on.
That's all.
Hold on. We're not finna do this. Why is it 315 people in here and it's only 150 likes? Why is it 315 people in here and we only got 150 likes? Y'all got to get the like button up. Y'all got to smash the like button. And salute to my man Marvin Davis in that super chat. Salute to you. I appreciate you. Y'all got to hit the like button or run out the motherfucking back door. For real. Because I see y'all in the background and shit trying to pretend like you ain't in here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to hit the like button or go ahead and get the fuck up out of here. Because this shit don't even make no sense. Smash on the like button. Shit crazy. Yeah, Leon. Yeah, hating ass niggas in here, bro. You know what? Yeah, exactly. Right, knockout. Right. Want to sit around sniffing up on the niggas' nuts and shit in the background. Shit crazy, man. Now all of a sudden y'all in here, oh man, because Bud is a boss. Bud a boss. How the fuck? So now all of a sudden, Bud is the A side. Bud Floyd Mayweather, and he just running shit all of a sudden. Now all of a sudden, you want to listen to this nigga tell you that he the boss of all bosses and he running shit. Come on, man. I can't make this shit up. Can't make this shit up, man. This shit crazy. And y'all smash the like button. Shit is crazy, man. Let's go ahead and run it. You see.
I look at it and I believe in my abilities and I believe in my was given anything. But here, you want this fight? We gonna fuck you, and then you know what I mean, you got what you want. But you know, that's how much confidence and faith I have in myself. You know, I took it all.
Nigga, what did you take? He telling, see, this is the problem. And y'all listen, y'all will sit up here and listen to this man talking about, oh man, facts, and he's a boss. And what the fuck did you take? This man talking about, oh, I took it all. I took it all. Well, why we ain't got no goddamn fight then? You took it all. Why don't we have a fight? What did you take? You didn't take nothing. You took your motherfucking ass over there to BLK Prime. That's what you took. That's the only thing you took. You took your ass over there and ran the BLK Prime. Talking about, I took it all. I took everything. Like, this shit crazy. And then people running around here talking about 35%. You didn't hear Bud Crawford not one time say nothing about 35%. But what we did hear is we heard Steven Espinoza come out and said this fight is going to be very close to 50-50. This fight going to be much closer than 50-50 than anything. Didn't hear Bud say nothing about no 35%. Let's go ahead and continue to play it.
I took it all. I took the risk. You know, big risk, big reward. That's how I look at it. And I believe in my abilities and I believe in myself. So I'm like, it's whatever. You know, Errol Spence, he can't say the same. He can't say the same. You know, he on audio saying Al Haymon gonna make sure he's good. He's in the best position to win this fight.
And now he lied again. Where in that audio did Errol Spence say anything about that? Al Haymon said he was going to put him in the best position to win this fight. Al Haymon don't fight for Errol Spence. See, the man, and this is my problem, right? He tells bald-faced lies. Now, I could pull that audio up right now, and nowhere in that audio do you hear Errol Spence saying, oh, Al Haymon gonna make sure I'm in the best position to win this fight. What is you talking about? But this is the man that y'all supposed to say is credible and you're gonna believe. When I could play the audio. I guarantee you right now that I could play that audio. And nowhere in that audio did Errol Spence say that Al Haymon is gonna make sure that I'm good and I'm in the best position to win this fight. Come on, bro. What is you talking about? Let's go ahead and continue to play it.
Of course he is. He supposed to. I ain't even gonna make sure he's good. He's in the best position to win this fight. Of course he is. He supposed to. You know, you got everything surrounding you to help you. You know, so people mad at me because Al told me if I don't take this fight, he's just gonna go and Errol Spence gonna make 8 million, eight figures. He's gonna make 8 figures without me. So basically, he telling me, well, you take this fight or leave it, or you got nothing. Basically, because we've been dragging and dragging and dragging. So
to everybody that's coming out, right, saying, oh, man, what did y'all expect Terence Crawford to do? Did you expect Terence Crawford to wait around for Errol Spence? Did you expect Terence Crawford to wait around? He been out of the ring for a year. He wanted to fight in 2022. Now he just said, because he just said, Al Haymon said, because we've been dragging and dragging and dragging along. So whoever Errol Spence decides to fight, if you don't fight him, he's still going to make 8 figures. Now, let's go ahead and pause right there. Why have they been dragging and dragging along? They've been dragging and dragging along because Terence Crawford, who's telling you that, I've been agreed to everything. I agreed to everything. He lied. He wouldn't agree. He wouldn't agree. So they had to go back and forth and back and forth. And, you asking for this? We're going to give you this. This ain't good enough. We're going to give you this. It's dragging. You see, he's telling on him. He's trying to skip around shit. But a nigga like me can see you're telling on yourself. Al Haymon told you it's dragging and dragging and dragging along. We can't get shit done with you. So if we have to move on from you, Errol Spence is still gonna make 8 figures. I mean, simple. Let me get to this Cash App and then I'm gonna go ahead and continue. My man, Black Preacher Man Sports Fan Caleb says, all Bud proved last night is he was not negotiating on the up and up with EJ. He was negotiating with EJ and somebody else since August. Right. He's going around trying to see whatever deals that he could get, whatever deals he could strike, wherever he could get a bag at, right? Didn't matter who he was fighting. That's what he was going around trying to do. Yoda, what's happening with it? James, love him down Gaither, what it do? Dub right side, what's happening with it? Let's go ahead and continue listening to what he's saying. So now we at the point to where Al Haymon is basically getting tired of this nigga and telling him, look, man, we got this deal on the table for you. You either gonna take it or what? Because if we have to move on from you, Errol Spence is still gonna make 8 figures. So you are not the end all be all. Errol Spence ain't gonna end his career if he don't fight you. He's still gonna go on to make a whole lot of money. So what's up?
I don't know, like, the type of caliber of people that he been dealing with or they've been dealing with, but I'm not the type of guy to just sit on my ass and sit on my hands for no man to feed my family. So you mad at me for taking a fight with a tough opponent? You may not know him, but he's a tough opponent for a bigger purse, a guarantee that I wouldn't even get. You crazy in the head. You crazy in the head. So now here we go. You know,
a tough opponent. He says that David, I've been sneezing, is a tough opponent. He taking a very tough opponent for a bigger bag. This is what he said. So David, I've been sneezing, all of a sudden is a tough opponent. Well, let's go ahead and look up his resume. Hold on. Let me see. My screen share messing up. Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. Let's pull up David, I've been sneezing's resume. Let me see. Okay, David, I've been sneezing. 29 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. Let's see who he beat. Don't know him. Never heard of him. Even the first opponent that anybody ever heard of on his resume is Igis Kavalaskis. Somebody that Bud Crawford already fought, right? This is David, I've been sneezing's resume, right? He started his career in 2009. He turned professional in 2009. We got to go all the way to 2018, right? Damn near 10 years in his career until he fought somebody that we ever heard of. Well, oh, my bad. I skipped Lamont Peterson. He fought Lamont Peterson and he lost to Lamont Peterson, right? That's 2017, right? Then in 2018, he fought Igis Kavalaskis. Green Machine. He fought Green Machine in 2018 and lost to Green Machine. So that's goddamn near back-to-back L's. He fought somebody that was 6-4 in between. So he basically got back-to-back L's. Soon as he fights somebody we heard of before, he loses to both of them. Lost by unanimous decision to Lamont Peterson and then got knocked out by Green Machine. Then he fought, I don't know him, never heard of him. Fought Josh Kelly, a man that only got 10 fights. Liam Taylor, never heard of him. Oscar Metz, never heard of him. This man ain't fought nobody. Nobody. In the guys that we heard of that he fought, he lost to him. He got knocked out by the same man that Terence Crawford already knocked out. But Bud, he gets on here and tell a bold-faced lie talking about, yeah, man, and I because I took a fight against a tough opponent. I'm taking the fight against a real tough opponent, you know, and I'm getting a bigger bag doing it. So you mean to tell me, right, that you were going to make less than $10 million versus Errol Spence? If anybody on this earth believes that, you're a fucking idiot. If you believe that he's going to make less than $10 million fighting Errol Spence, you are a fucking idiot. He trying to tell y'all that he taking a very tough opponent in David, I've been sneezing, and he gonna make more money fighting David, I've been sneezing than he was Errol Spence. Anybody believe that, you're a fucking idiot? Straight up and down. Not respectfully. Like, this shit is crazy to me. Like, this shit crazy, man. And now I'm gonna get through it, and then we're gonna talk about that supposedly 10 million that he making. We're gonna talk about the supposed 10 million that he making, right? Let me get through the rest of this shit that he talking. Cause my man Steve Jones says Bud fans are freeloaders. Hit the like button. Real talk. You motherfuckers up in here and shit, sniffing all up under my nuts and shit and don't want to hit the like button. Don't want to hit the like button. Smash on the like button. Yeah, Knockout, that's his name. That's what I think his name is, David. I've been sneezing. So, let's go ahead and finish this shit that he talking.
I mean, back to square, you know what I mean?
Hold on.
Yeah. You crazy in the head. You crazy in the head. So now here we go. You know what I mean? Back to square, you know what I mean? One. Like, what do you really expect? You expect me to be disrespected, ran over, stepped on, and just sit there and just take it. That's crazy. That ain't even my style. See, me personally, I wasn't even gonna say nothing because I'm not the talkative type, and y'all pretty much know that. But sometimes, you know, you gotta say what's real. You gotta say what's on your mind, and you gotta stop letting these people just do what they want with you. A lot of people say, "Well, did he ask to see Bob Arum's books? Did he ask for transparency with Bob Arum?" No, I didn't. You know why? A lot of y'all probably don't even know why. But I was signed to Bob Arum. I wasn't my own boss. I was given a guarantee on every single fight that I fought for Bob Arum in Top Rank. That's the difference. That's the difference, you guys. So if you guys can't understand that, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. You know, so I stated that I want to fight this year, and that was my thing. I wanted to fight this year. So we going back and forth, numbers, boom, 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 boom. So the transparency part, you know, that was the dragger. Where was Errol Spence at? I didn't hear Errol Spence. Where was the tweets? I didn't hear the tweets. I didn't see the tweets. Where was this guy at? He was under a rock.
Why the fuck do Errol Spence got a tweet about you going back and forth with Al Haymon? Why does Errol Spence, what was Errol Spence at doing this whole time? He was under a rock the whole time I was going back and forth. Like, why is Errol Spence supposed to get on Twitter and tweet about your business that's going on? Like, how is that going to make the fight happen? Errol Spence getting on Twitter telling everybody about the back and forth that's going on between you and Al Haymon. Because first, you didn't care about the money and you agreed to everything. Now, all of a sudden, you going back and forth with him over numbers. Make it make fucking sense to me. I agreed to everything. I didn't care. I'm just willing to show that I'm better than him. I was just willing to show that I'm just that much better than him because I'm the best fighter in the world. So I was willing to take anything. I was willing to get fucked in the ass. I didn't care. You know, I just wanted to get in the ring and fight and show I'm better than that because I know I'm better than him. But then he comes back and tell you that they wouldn't get nowhere because they was going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth over numbers. Bruh, are you serious? Like, this nigga giving me a headache right now. This nigga giving me a headache right now. Let's go ahead and continue. Let's go ahead and continue, man. This dude is something else for real.
If you're a real one, like you say you is, like the truth, you'll come out and tell the truth. Tell the truth, buddy. Come on, man. I called you and told you, listen, got this bread on the table, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're not your own boss, my dude. So stop saying that you your own boss. Stop saying that you the truth and you this and you that, but you got to answer to a lot of people, my dude. You got to answer to a lot of people, and I'm not knocking that. I'm not.
See, what y'all looking at right there, right? That's a man that's speaking from a standpoint of jealousy. That's a man that have a whole lot of jealousy in him when it comes to Errol Spence. And I've been telling people this shit for years. I said, this nigga is jealous of Errol Spence. I can look at a nigga, right, and tell by how he talking and acting that he's jealous. He's jealous. His whole thing now is to bring down Errol Spence and make him look like that he's under Terence Crawford. Oh, I'm a boss, and he ain't no boss, and he ain't this, and he ain't that. He's jealous of that man. Shit crazy. But see, a lot of you niggas ride with this shit because you pillow talking ass, jealous ass niggas too. A lot of you niggas ride with this shit because you pillow talking ass niggas. And y'all think the same way that he does. You think the same way that he does. Shit crazy. Let's go ahead.
Knocking, you know what I mean? It is what it is. They got you to where you is now. They got you to where you is now. But, you know, I don't know. I'm just saying. But like, when you look at it, a lot of people say, oh, well, why you didn't fight Boots, or why you didn't fight Ortiz? Well, them names that never came up. I would have fought them names in a heartbeat.
Lies.
I'm the best fighter in the world. Who you think I am? Who you think I am? I'm the best fighter in the world. I always fought in my mandatories. I ain't never ducked my mandatories. But, you know, yet and still, I hear through the grapevine, Spence is about to fight a guy that he promised and he swore that he wasn't going to fight, which is Keith Thurman. Now, I don't know how true that is, but that's what's floating around.
Now, if Errol Spence is fighting Keith Thurman, Bud Crawford is the last motherfucker on earth that has anything that should have anything to say about who anybody fighting. Did he just forget that he's fighting David I've been sneezing? This man fighting David I've been sneezing, but got a nerve enough to speak on Errol Spence fighting Keith Thurman. If that fight even take place. He got a nerve enough to speak on Errol Spence fighting Keith Thurman, and you fighting David I've been sneezing? Wow.
So what's up with the trueness with that? You swear up and down that you're not gonna fight this guy. You don't care what nobody say. Now you about to fight him. So that means
really though, right? Why is he even worried about who Errol Spence may fight if you already got a fight? And you pulled out of the fight between yourself and Errol Spence. You pulled out, not Errol Spence. And you pulled out to fight David I've been sneezing once again, right? So you got business to take care of. Why are you worried about who he fighting when he's fighting an opponent that's much, much, much better than who you fighting? What the fuck is wrong with this nigga, man? What's wrong with him? This man is sitting up here worried about who Errol Spence may fight that has nothing to do with you after you pulled out of the negotiations, didn't even tell him you was going to pull out, didn't tell nobody, was doing backdoor underhanded shit, negotiating with other companies. Now you're worried about who he's fighting? Like, this shit is crazy to me. Like, this is my second time watching it, right? I watched it initially last night, and I was watching it, but I wasn't really watching it like that. Now I'm really watching it and taking all this shit in, and this shit is ridiculous right here. Like, god damn. Hold on. Let's go ahead and continue to go.
I mean, you was lying, buddy. But you know why he got to fight Thurman? You want to know why, fans? Because of the money. It's all about the money. Come on now. He not gonna make that much money fighting Ortiz or Boots. Come on, man. It's obvious. Who Spence gonna fight besides me that's gonna make, $20 million? Nobody. I don't know. But I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I don't know how truthful it is, but Floyd say, he's the spokesman of PBC and he's our right-hand man. We done heard that on numerous occasions. And Floyd came out and said that the fight wasn't happening in this year. So y'all mad at me for going to get a bag? When did that ever happen? Y'all mad at me for going to get a bag? Come on, man. We're going to turn up with BLK Prime.
Nigga don't even know the name of the company that's supposedly paying him $10 million, right? Now he talking about y'all mad at me. Nigga, you're the one why the fight wasn't going to happen this year. Because of you. If it wasn't for you, the fight would have been happening in November. Like Steven Espinoza said. So he's talking about y'all mad at me because I knew I wanted to fight this year and for going to get a bag and not sitting around waiting. You could have got a bag with Errol Spence. You didn't have to sit around and wait. You were the reason. Like, this shit crazy. You're the reasoning why the fight was getting pushed back because of you. Let me read this. Let me read these super chats real quick. Shit crazy. Hold on. My man, Big Dose 513, what's happening with it? He said, you got to get the man name right, Keon. He says, it's David and his niece in them. Bro, come on, man. He says, salute, bro. You are fast becoming one of my favorite shows. Man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for tuning in. He says, David and his niece in them. To me, it's David. Man, hold on. Big Dog Willie Khan, the GOAT, TWT. What's happening with it? He says, Bud and Spence hating on Khan. That's the real issue. He says, pure, undeniable, amazing, spectacular, fabulous, special, important, Ruby, Emerald, crazy, big diamond, facts. That's a whole lot of big facts, dog. Big Dog Willie, that's a whole lot of big facts. For real. Let me see. Who gonna pay to see Bud Crawford and David I've been sneezing? I want to know. This shit crazy. Let's go ahead and finish playing this bullshit.
We're gonna do our thing. Y'all mad at me for going to get a bag? Come on, man. We're gonna turn up with BLK Prime. We're gonna do our thing, man. We stepping up to the plate, man. They turning boxing around, man. All the biggest fights, going through them. They the new wave. Hey,
he don't believe that shit himself.
They just do. You want to fight this guy, they gonna make it happen. It's simple. But hey, my intentions is still the same. After this fight, Spence, successful. I'm successful. He said he gonna spin the block. And let him spin the block so I can drop him off where he's standing. And that's just how I'm gonna keep it. It's just that simple. He spin the block. We're gonna be ready for whatever. And y'all fans, y'all can, chop it up and edit it and put it however y'all want and try to change the narrative or my words. But December 10th, you know what I mean? Tune in to BLK BLK Prime.
Oh man, this dude is a goddamn trip. I for real. Like, you can't make this shit up. And niggas will actually watch this shit and be like, facts. Oh man, yeah, your facts. Everything you said was just pure. Come on, man. Like, that shit was crazy right there. That shit, it was. I don't even know where to start. This dude is just, dude is a mess all the way around the board. Like, the nigga just, I don't know. What the fuck is wrong with Jason Terry? I mean, Bud Crawford. Goddamn. Shit crazy. Man. Marvin Davis says, why worry about guarantees? Real bosses put the money as an investor themselves. And I believe there was no 50 mil. It just sounds good. Like I said, you trying to go to PBC, right? You trying to go to Al Haymon with this 50 mil shit. To think that Al Haymon is going to fucking jump and be like, oh, well, you know what? Since they giving you 50 mil, or they saying that they're going to give you, I'll give you 50 mil too. I'll match it, bro. This dude don't have no fucking business sense. No business sense. Where the receipts at? Where's the receipts? Who are these people all of a sudden that's going to give you 50 mil? Shit crazy. And check this out, right? Before I'm gonna send a couple links out, right? But before I do that, before I send a couple links, man, check this out, right? And y'all hit the like button. Y'all smash on the like button. Smash on the like. I'm gonna say this, right? I started really thinking about the $10 million that Bud Crawford is supposedly getting, right? I started really thinking about that shit. And I said, this nigga ain't getting no $10 million. I don't believe he's getting $10 million. Because whether they can pay him $10 million or not, who on earth do you know that's willing to lose $8 or $10 million out the gate during their first event just to say that they put on the event? Because you got to think about it. Terence Crawford versus David I've been sneezing. You paid Terence Crawford $10 million. They said that David I've been sneezing is supposed to be getting paid a whole lot of money too. So you pay him $5 million, let's say. Half of what they're saying that they paying Bud. That's $15 million right there, right? Now, we're not even talking about all of the money for the venue, all of the money to promote the fight, the money for the undercard fighters, all of that shit, right? So you mean that you're willing to pay all of this money to Bud Crawford to turn around and lose more money than you paid out? To turn around and go like $10 million, $11, $12 million in the negative, right? Because Terence Crawford versus goddamn, what's his name? His last fight on pay-per-view. Terence Crawford versus Sean Porter. It didn't do over 150,000 pay-per-view buys. And that's Sean Porter and Terence Crawford. That was on ESPN app. That was promoted by ESPN. Now you telling me a company that nobody never heard of, an app that nobody never heard of, that's putting on their first boxing event, the first boxing event ever that they putting on. And then they're coming out with two names like Terence Crawford and David I've been sneezing, a guy that nobody knows, and you trying to tell me that they can afford to pay Terence Crawford $10 million and then David I've been sneezing $5-6 million and pay the undercard fighters whatever they paying them and put on these whole event? Like, bro, like it doesn't make no sense. But what does make sense, I'm gonna tell y'all what makes a lot of sense and why it makes a lot of sense to say that, yeah, we're paying Terence Crawford $10 million. He getting $10 million guaranteed. The money already in the bank. He already got it. Because that's what Bernie said. Bernie said that the money is already in the bank. Terence Crawford already got paid $10 million. So you mean to tell me that Terence Crawford got paid $10 million already sitting in the bank for him. He can spend it how he want to, and he ain't even fought yet? Where they do that at? When have you ever heard of a fighter getting paid months before the fight even happened? I don't give a goddamn what you coming in here saying with that stupid ass shit that you always come in and say, Dundada. Fall back. Now, if it would make sense to somebody like you, right? Now, like I was saying, when have we ever heard a fighter getting paid a month and a half before the fight even takes place? He ain't even went in there and fought yet, right? And then when have we heard of a fight, a shitty fight like this, and the payout being $15 million, let's just say $15 million just for this one fight? Not even talking about the undercard. But what makes sense, like I said, what makes sense is to come out and say, Terence Crawford is taking the fight versus David I've been sneezing. We're going to pay him $10 million. Now, that actually saves face for Terence Crawford for a lot of people, because now you can say, and Errol Spence can look at it and everybody else can look at it and say, look, you can't really blame the man. He getting an easy $10 million bag. You can't blame the man. He's getting an easy $10 million bag. Easy 10 mil. So why would he go get an easy bag with somebody that he could walk through easily and get paid $10 million doing it? See, that's where it makes sense to put out the narrative so we can think that he's getting paid $10 million, right? Because if you come out and you say, you know what? Terence Crawford, he pulled out of the Errol Spence fight, and he's fighting David I've been sneezing, and he getting paid a guaranteed $2 million. He getting paid a guaranteed $3 million. Then motherfuckers is really going to be on this helmet, because they going to say, everybody going to be like, even his own fans is going to be like, this motherfucker pulled out of the Errol Spence fight to go make $2 or $3 million? See, they can't tell you that. Now, if they are paying him $10 million, right? And then David, I've been sneezing $5 million or whatever they might be paying him. Whoever putting up the money, right? Got to be some goddamn idiots. Like, I never seen nothing this stupid in my life. Because you willing, like I said, you willing to lose millions and millions and millions of dollars to say that we put on a fight with Terence Crawford and David I've been sneezing? For what? Like, it don't make no sense to me. And like I said, this don't have nothing to do for you niggas that's gonna try to run off. Oh, you're shitting on Blue Blood. Nah, this don't have nothing to do with Blue Blood. You know, I know Blue Blood ain't the one that's putting his goddamn money in this shit. Let's just keep it 100. Blue Blood ain't the one that's paying now one of these fighters 10 million, 5 million, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So this don't have nothing to do with Blue Blood. Like I said, I'll support Blue Blood. Before the fight, I'll go in there and I'll give Blue Blood my $40 for putting on, you know what I'm saying, for him putting in the groundwork, doing what he got to do. I don't blame Blue Blood for this shit. Blue Blood don't have nothing to do with this. As far as he just get his business, whatever they got him doing for the company. It is what it is. Kevin Stenhouse says 150,000 times 40 equals 6 million. He needs 500K pay-per-view buys. He don't have a fan base like that. Bro, he ain't never did 150K. And he couldn't do that fighting much better competition than David Avanesyan, right? He couldn't get 150K plus fighting much better competition than David Avanesyan, right? Also, like I said before, on ESPN platform, on the ESPN platform. And so you telling me that he needs to do 500K pay-per-views? Come on, man. Like, come on now. That's why I do not believe that he's getting paid $10 million. Like Money Brown keeps saying, show the receipts. If you getting paid $10 million, show the receipts. It sounds good, but I don't believe it. Because I don't believe nobody is that ignorant to give this man $10 million for a fight like this. And then they running around talking about that he already got paid the money. He already been paid. The money in his bank account already. Where they do that at? Fighters get paid after they fight. They walk through the back. They have a check waiting for them. As soon as they get done fighting, the check right there is waiting for them. They sign the check, and then they go about their motherfucking business and do whatever else they got to do. Get checked by the doctor and all of that. They don't get paid a month and a half before the fight. Like I said, it sounds good. So, I mean, you would have been better off telling me that this company, they came out and they donated $10 million to Terence Crawford just because they appreciate what he's done in his career. They're donating $10 million. They don't want anything back. They're just willing to donate $10 million to Terence Crawford, right, for being a good fighter in the sport for so many years. That's BLK Prime donations to Terence Crawford. It would have sounded a lot better if you did that. Then I would have been like, damn, these people must got a whole lot of money and shit. Salute to them. But you think I'm going to believe that you paying him $10 million, right? And looking to make an investment back on a fight with him and David I've been sneezing? Come on, bro. Like, this shit crazy. Shit is just, come on. My man Christopher Schaefer, salute. He says, I believe he may be getting 10 mil for David and his niece and them. He said David and his niece and them. He said BLK is now what DAZN was a few years ago. Remember, they were giving fighters crazy bags to promo their app. But the difference from DAZN and BLK, right, is you didn't see DAZN pay nobody, right, $10 million to fight no motherfucking Rudy Poo. Like, we didn't see that. And another thing is DAZN came in the game with like $1 billion. They came in the game with like, I think it was either 500 million or $1 billion. They also came in the game, right, working directly with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing. Remember that, Christopher Schaefer. They came in the game working with Eddie Hearn, somebody that had, and Eddie Hearn's dad, Matchroom Boxing. They got over fucking 30 years in the sport of boxing. They came in working with other promotional companies. So BLK is coming in working with who? Masking. It ain't adding up. Just not adding up. It's not adding up. I missed your super chat. Let me see. My bad. Hold on. My bad. Let me find it, man. Oh, here we go. My man Smooth Groove boxing off in the building. Straight from that Oak Cliff. He said, that boy said BLK Prime real. Bud said a bunch of nothing. I'm 100,000. He said 100,000% sure EJ stops Bud badly. Fake ass, cake ass nigga. They ain't gonna fight. Smooth Groove, they ain't gonna fight. This man don't want to fight. He don't want to fight with Errol Spence. Like, come on, man. Like, y'all, okay. So, for the niggas that's in here talking about, oh, I'm speculating, I don't know how nothing work. Okay, you telling me what the fuck I don't know. I want you to tell me how it worked then. I want you to tell me how it worked. Tell me how it worked. Tell me how this shit work. Y'all's getting awful quiet right now, huh? Ain't no more typing going on, is it? Sheena, what's going on with it? The Queen Sheena in the building. She done snuck in the building. Swat Jones, what it do? So, I mean, y'all could believe that nigga getting paid $10 million. I don't believe it. And that's just me. I don't believe that shit. He can't even open up his mouth when he did his live to say that he was getting paid $10 million. He said, oh, I'm getting paid a big bag doing it. You didn't say you was getting paid $10 million, though. Fred Slaughter says, what you know about boxing, Bud Crawford for the win. Well, I mean, of course he gonna win. He fighting David. I've been sneezing. Did you think he was gonna lose to the nigga? Of course he gonna win. Now come back and talk to me when he actually beat somebody. We're gonna be waiting a long time for that. Like I said, Bud himself won't get on camera and tell you that he making $10 million. Oh, I'm fighting a very tough opponent, and he hella tough opponent, and I'm getting a big bag doing it. So Fred Slaughter says against Spence, bruh. So Bud Crawford for the win against Spence. How the fuck is he gonna win against Spence when he refused to fight him? How's he gonna win a fight that he pulled out of? That's what's wrong with you niggas. You see this man pulled out of a fight to go fight a Rudy Poot, but you're still running around here talking about, man, I got him to beat. He gonna beat Spence. He ain't fighting Spence. Newsflash, he's not fighting Errol Spence. I mean, when are we gonna realize that? He's fighting David, I've been sneezing, not Errol Spence. When are we gonna realize that him and Spence ain't happening, bro? He fighting another Rudy Poot ass nigga. Like, this shit crazy, man. We know what's going on behind closed doors because we've heard Errol Spence talk, and then now we've heard Terence Crawford talk. We know what's going on. Plus, you can't tell me what I don't know and who I don't talk to behind the scenes. Y'all give me a second. I don't know. I got a goddamn headache. I got a headache, you know what I'm saying? just going through this whole situation, man. This dude is a trip. I'm lost for words. I'm really lost for words. Real talk. My man, Big Doe says, now it's over and it still won't be Spence's fault. Champ Side said nobody from Bud Camp told him the fight wasn't going to ever happen. My man Renee said, he said it's the Bud syndrome headache. Man, I'm telling you, bro, this shit crazy. It's crazy. And y'all hit the like button. Y'all smash the like button. Y'all smash the like button. It's really, like I said, I'm really lost for words. I mean, what else can you say? What else can you say? If you listened to that interview and saw that interview, it came out saying, oh man, Bud Crawford, man, all facts. He told nothing but the truth. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? You need to rethink your whole life if you're able to listen to that shit that he told you and think that, oh man, he just straight facts. Bud just told all the truth and nothing but the truth. Man, and you know, Errol Spence, you listened in on his phone call, in the leaked phone call, he said that Al Haymon was going to do everything he could to make sure that he wins the fight. Oh, man, bruh. Lord to the game, boxing talk. My man Kwame East in the building. He says the balls on this guy to he said the balls on this guy to come to PBC and tell he says the balls on this guy to come to PBC and tell Al to give the fight to someone else. Right. And we sitting up here talking about, oh man, he his own boss. Y'all, they don't even get that though. They didn't get that part. That shit flew way past their head, Kwame. When I sit here and explain to him, like, you coming to Al Haymon, right? And telling Al Haymon, I'm a boss now, so you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and give me this fight and let me go ahead and deal with the situation and get me and Errol Spence paid. Bro, you're not running shit. You ain't never done nothing in your whole career as far as running nothing in your whole career. Now, all of a sudden, this nigga's got a master's degree in business. Now, Terence Crawford ain't never ran his career ever. Never done nothing but sit back and waited to hear what Bob Arum was going to tell him to do. Now, all of a sudden, he got a master's degree in business and know how to put on multi-million dollar fights. All of a sudden, just overnight, he woke up and this motherfucker got a master's degree in business. If Errol Spence had listened to Terence Crawford, both of them niggas would have been fucking sitting in the goddamn cold, shit out of luck, wondering what the fuck they was going to do with their career. I guarantee you that. Both of them would have been shit out of luck, sitting around, looking at each other in the face, talking about, goddamn, man, Bud, I thought you said that they had $50 million on the table. What happened? I thought you said these people were gonna give him 50. Oh man, I mean, shit, man. When I talked to the people, that's what they had told me, man. Man, I thought we was, man. My bad, EJ, man. My bad, EJ, man. Go back to Al and see if he willing to do it. Man, Al ain't fucking with us no more. I just went behind Al back, all off the strength of listening to you, thinking I could get 25 mil from these people, and these people ain't got shit for them. Like, oh man, EJ, man, my bad, EJ, man. Shit, man, we man, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? Man, we can go back and holler at Bob and see if he'll take us back. Man, you know, I got a good relationship with some of the people over there at ESPN. Maybe they can holler at Bob Arum, and then, you know, I can put in a good word for you too, since Al Haymon ain't fucking with you no more, man. Well, I'm gonna try to fix it for us, EJ. I'm gonna try to get us right, man. I fucked up. I know I fucked up, man. I know I fucked up, but at least we both ain't getting nothing now. Ha ha! You ain't getting. At least we both ain't getting nothing. I told you wasn't gonna shit happen unless it was 50-50. And now it's 50-50 because you ain't getting nothing and I ain't getting nothing. So we hey, we in this together now, nigga. Now we getting paid the same. Nothing. Like, what the fuck? Oh, shit. This nigga Bud is a trick. Hey, Bud is a piece of work for real. That nigga crazy as hell. But see, all that shit that Bud said sound real good if you listen to niggas like Fred Hawthorne. If you listen to niggas like Fred, right, with his hating ass, all that shit sound great. This nigga Fred that surrounded his whole life around goddamn, you know what I'm saying, talking bad about PBC. Like, that nigga submerged all his fucking thoughts going to Al Haymon in PBC. If you listen to weird ass niggas like Fred, that shit sounds great. You know what I'm saying? That shit sounds great. That shit crazy, man. And yeah, I said it. You tell him I said that shit. My man Kwame E says he brought up, hold on. My man Kwame E said he brought up 50 mil to Al like he hasn't done over 1 billion in pay-per-view purses. Al told that fool, why would you put a cap on yourself? Small-minded thinking. Exactly. The fight do, you know what I'm saying? The fight fuck around and do 800,000, a million pay-per-views, right? Plus do a big ass mega gate, and the fight gross, you know what I'm saying? The fight fuck around and gross $100 million. Now these people get to pocket 50 million. You know what I'm saying? These people get to run off and pocket 50 million of that because you put a motherfucking cap on yourself. Or they come on, man. Like, come on. But Al Haymon is just supposed to believe that you have two separate companies willing to give y'all $50 million. Errol Spence is supposed to believe that shit out of your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Shit crazy, man. Y'all hit the like button. Smash on the like button. Smash on the like. You know what I'm talking about? Fred Slaughter says, what's up with the new company him and Brian Broner signed with? They just starting up. It's an app. It was I guess it was like some kind of BET app or something. I don't know. I like the first time I ever heard of it is because Blue, you know, my brother Blue was promoting it on his channel. Blue was promoting BLK Prime. I never heard of it other than that. They ain't never put on no boxing event. None of that shit. But you know, hey, if they do pay Terence Crawford $10 million, I'm cool. I'm happy for him. Go get your money. But I just don't believe it because it don't make sense. That shit don't make no type of sense. However you think about it, don't make no sense. Omar Merriweather, what's happening with it? Salute. He says, what network was going to host this $50 million fight? There's already a network Cold War going on. Must be Disney Network because this is fairy tale. Exactly. Right. We ain't even get into that. So you got these guys that's willing to, saying that they willing to give y'all both $25 million apiece. Okay, what network would you going to have to fight on? What network would you going to have to fight on? You can't do it on ESPN. You can't do it on Showtime. You can't do it on Fox. What network were you and Errol Spence going to run off and have this fight with each other on? What was you going to scream it in Omaha? That's what you were going to do? You was going to go live on your Instagram and have Errol Spence go live on his Instagram? Or was you going to go on the same Fight TV where Mickey Bay and them went. Oh, that's what they was gonna do. They was gonna go on Fight TV. Yeah, all right. They was gonna go on Fight TV, put the pay-per-view on Fight TV, right? And then hope and pray that they got 500,000 pay-per-view buys off of Fight TV. Make a lot of sense. Make a whole lot of sense. Yeah, all right. Man, y'all smash the like button. Y'all smash the like button. I appreciate everybody for coming through, showing love and support. Like I said, it was a great show. I told y'all I was gonna break this shit down. I was gonna be in and I was gonna be out. It ain't really too much else to say. Like I said, man, if y'all believe what he said, believe that shit. Believe that shit if y'all want to believe that shit. But I got more common sense than that. And y'all hit the like button. As you leave out the door, make sure that you hit the like button. Smash on the like button. I appreciate everybody for coming through the building. Everybody that dropped in and supported the channel and the cash out. Everybody that dropped a comment, even the haters. And y'all already know how we do. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone, y'all. Cassandra Mason, Big Dose, Renee, Sheena, Dundada, we out. King Coleon, Jay Grant, my man, Mark Stearns, the OG, Flawless Mentality. I'll catch y'all tomorrow.